Alright guys, sometimes out here on the road we see some pretty interesting stuff, and we're about to see some of that right now. Give it just a second. What in tarnation is that? What is this, a monster car? They got that thing lifted on rims and everything. Crazy. I don't think I would drive that. Would you guys drive that? I'm not sure that I would. Here we go. Another day. Another truck stop shower. Alright. Pretty standard. Normal setup. Here we go. Well, hey cuties. I'm just saying, because this guy Trucks does have the best looking subscribers on YouTube Trucking, and that's, I'm not being mean, that's just an indisputable fact. A bunch of good looking people hang out over here, so if you're looking good, might as well hit that subscribe button. On that note, guys, we're almost to our first 300 subscribers, so thank you, I appreciate that. Help me to 1,000, and I promise I'll take it from there. But we're doing good. Got in and got myself a shower. Oh, I feel so much better. Used to be, when I was out here before, I know this is gonna sound gross, but we get busy out here. I made it a point to shower every other day, right? As you guys see, I'm kind of approaching YouTube differently. I'm approaching trucking a little differently, trying to approach life a little differently. And now I make it a point to shower daily. I know that sounds crazy, right? But sometimes it still doesn't work out. I think in the 3 weeks I've been out here, I've had to skip 2 days because just between the loading and unloading, and then by the time you find a truck stop and all that, and I only have free showers at Flying J. So, but it's been a lot better. Oh, I love getting a shower and feeling better. I can't wait to find a barber shop. But got me a little something to eat. I figured I'd show you guys just a little bit of my day instead of just me talking, but we'll talk too later. Got me a little something to eat. You cannot go wrong with these Pure Leaf teas. I normally get the lemon because I'm not a huge fan of like super sweet stuff, but the raspberry's a good backup. Bottle of water. I've been trying to stay off the sody pops and stuff like that because I'm getting chubby. Like I'm turning into a little chunky boy. So I'm trying to kind of watch that a little bit. But this was one of the Flying J's that didn't have like the hot food case. You know what I mean? Like they got chicken up there. I've been trying to go a lot more chicken instead of like beef. But I still like a good steak, of course. But I've been trying to go like a lot more chicken and a lot more like vegetables and stuff like that. But I got screwed today, guys. Let me show you. And this is yeah, 2 jalapeno and cheese corn dogs. So gonna wreck my guts later, that's for sure. Part of this video is about readjusting to life on the road and sort of feeling like a new trucker again. And for the 6 months I was home, I don't think we went out to eat one time. My wife and I, we enjoy cooking together and, you know, turning up the music real loud. It always ended up with me about like 6 beers in and listening to some old George Strait. Oh, love me some George. Love me some George, but you know, we'd get the music real loud and we'd just make some good food. And so we're not really fans of going out, so I ate a lot of food from home that we would cook ourselves when I was home. And now getting back here on the road, man, what do they call it, like the bubble guts or whatever, like all the time, just like gassy and gross and just tore up all the time. So if you see me out here and it's especially morning and I've got my hood up on my jacket and I'm face down making a beeline towards the truck stop, sweat pouring down my face, not a good time to stop me and have me a conversation with me, because I'll just walk past you. Not trying to be mean, but it's an emergency situation. So the food situation, not great out here. I want to try to figure that out as I go. I know a lot of truck drivers cook in their truck, and I have a microwave and a refrigerator. Refrigerator empty. I got nothing in there. I came back out on the road with nothing, without a dollar to my name. So we're just kind of surviving at this point. Maybe at some point I'll look at cooking more in the truck or things like that. Finding ways to have a better food selection, because I'm not lying to you guys when I say I'm getting like kind of chubby again. I lost a lot of weight when I got sick. But after that, it all came back with a vengeance. So trying to keep myself in a little bit of shape. It wouldn't kill me to do a push-up or a sit-up, which I haven't done yet, but I keep telling myself I'm going to work that into the schedule. Anyways, I'll get back to you very, very attractive people a little bit later. I want to talk a little bit more about feeling like I'm new on the road again as I start out this new trucking journey. And I do sometimes feel like a brand new trucker. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. I hope you guys are enjoying the little clips where I'm showing you a little bit of my day, the monster car, truck stop shower, I don't know. For the rest of that video, you gotta pay for my OnlyFans, of course. But I'll check in with you guys here in a bit. I better get rolling. I got through Atlanta about an hour ago. We're about 400 miles to our destination. Tomorrow, got 7 hours left to drive today. Definitely won't use all that. I'm trying to recover some hours, but we'll be up early in the morning. So anyways, I better knock out some of these miles and I'll check in with you guys here a little bit later today. What's going on, guys? How you doing? So we had a few adventures today. Let me know what you thought of that. I might try to capture some video of sort of what's going on in my day, like the monster car we saw. And what else did I record? Oh, a truck stop shower. Who cares about that? No, it's just, actually, I have a clip. I'm going to put that clip in right here of the wildest Flying J shower. And this was just like last week or something. So that's going in right now and we'll be right back. All right, so that was the crazy Flying J shower. Hope I got it. Either I found the clip or I didn't, and you guys are wondering what the hell just happened, why I did that. But this was a shower inside a Flying J. So hopefully I found the clip and you guys were able to watch it, because I don't know if it's still on my phone. So maybe. Anyways, maybe I'll catch some more stuff from my day like that, and just kind of the trucker world, you know. Will obviously the majority of the audience will probably be other truck drivers and things like that, but maybe we'll try to put some stuff out there for people that don't live that life, you know, that aren't in showers all the time. Oh boy, where are we? We had a decent day. I've been running really short days, around 8 hours 15 minutes, somewhere in there, to kind of get my clock under control. That joke's for anybody that saw my community post a few days ago. Trying to get my clock cooled off a little bit so we can run through the weekend, because my dispatcher was really worried about it and he wanted to shut me down. I said, nuh-uh. I said, you let me handle my clock. And we'll go from there. So we are about 3 hours from our delivery tomorrow morning. We got a window for delivery between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. I believe, and our pickup after that is roughly 20 miles away, that has a pickup of 3:30 p.m. that goes only 360 miles, delivers Friday morning at 7 a.m. So we're looking for that load to run us through the weekend. Well, we're not yet. I haven't told my dispatcher yet, but I'll get with him in the morning and say, we're good, we're golden, let's roll. And if he's paying attention, he already knows that. So I'll get up about 4 by the time I make my emergency mad dash to the bathroom tomorrow morning. Get me a coffee, more of a cappuccino guy myself, because I can never get the sugar and cream ratio right in a coffee, and I always screw it up. So I just, the French vanilla cappuccino, just put it in the damn cup, let it cool off a little bit, and away we go. So that's kind of how I do it. But by the time that's all said and done, you know, pre-trip, about 5 a.m. we're rolling out. We're getting there 5 a.m. at the latest. So we're getting there between 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, getting that unloaded, off to the next pickup. I'm going to show up early, depending. If there's a Flying J in that, that stretch, I'll probably stop there. Give me a nice long shower, relax for a little bit. Maybe I'll use some pilot points to eat a burger tomorrow that will make me feel terrible, you know. We're just barely getting by out here right now, just starting over from nothing. So if I can get some pilot points together and have me a nice meal, I'll take it. We're doing our best just to survive right now and just kind of get back into the business, see how we do. But it's a nice night again tonight. A little warm. Mid-low 70s, but I got both vents open on the side. Suns went down already, and we're doing good. We're doing good. It's Not as cool as it has been the last couple nights, but I think I'll get away with leaving the truck off again tonight. That's awesome. That's 3 nights in a row I haven't had to burn fuel just sitting here. And I've slept comfortably the last 2 nights. Tonight might be a little warm. Might be a little warm, but I think we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Just leave those vents open if I need to. So anyways, the point of the video is I feel like a new trucker again. I feel so new and everything is so exciting to me again, maybe because I'm not very bright, right? It's like, I showed you a video of a shower that was really crazy in a Flying J, and things like that amuse me, I guess. But just the whole lifestyle again. The last time that I took off, was the longest I've been out of a truck since I started trucking, and I did not think I was going to come back. I had no idea, and I kind of forgot about this whole lifestyle, forgot about it, you know. I'm sleeping well, though. Oh, there's nothing like passing out in a truck. I don't know what it is, but I sleep so good in a truck. After this, I could never get used to sleeping at home in like a quiet room without the sound of diesel engines around me, or mine, if mine's turned on, the vibration, all that. I sleep so good in a truck. I pass out and I love it. It feels so nice. I figure if I really make a good run at this, you know, rates come back up, and I make a few million, let's say, over the course of my career, you know, then maybe I have a house built where in the front has a big, how do you say it, foyer? I'm not sure. I'm not very fancy. But maybe we just build like a stage in there or something. We pull a truck up on it, and that'll be my bedroom. That's where I go to sleep every night, because then I'll sleep the rest of my life feeling good. But we'd have to ventilate it and stuff so that I could turn on the engine and let it run. You get the point, but maybe that's a weird fantasy to have. I'm not really sure, but I sleep so good in the truck. But one of the biggest challenges was just driving the damn thing when I first got back out here. I felt like I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I was so new to driving a truck. Like, I was taking turns so wide, which is better than not. Better than the alternative, right? Where I'm taking them very not wide. What's the opposite? Narrow? Is that called a narrow turn? Huh. I've only ever heard of wide turns. I've never heard the opposite said out loud. Does narrow work there? Somebody's gonna have to help me with that, because I'm not really sure. But it beats the alternative. But I would shut down a whole damn road just to make a right turn, no matter how much room I had. How Texas does their roads, you know how they got almost everywhere in Texas they have the interstate, and then they have the frontage roads that run next to it, and you exit like 2 miles before where you need to be because you run on frontage road for the whole time. But if you need to turn around, they have the little loop thing you do under the bridge for U-turn, right? If you guys have driven in Texas, you're familiar with it. If you haven't been to Texas, their highway system is laid out a little bit different from the rest of the country, but it didn't improve their driving even a little bit. But I ran my tandems over those curbs so many times trying to get through there, and I'm like, come on, am I new? Because I used to do this all the time. But just the action of driving a truck felt very frustrating to me for the first week or so. I was like, what am I doing? Like, everything like would get me stressed out. I'd be like, oh God, what do I do? What do I do? And it felt nice though. It felt good to feel like a new guy again out here again, because it does kind of suck when it starts to feel boring and like you just drive down the road. We're already getting there, but that's okay. But it kind of felt nice to just feel like a new guy, and you get in a situation, you're like, oh, what do I do? And then my stomach cramps up and I'm like, oh God, I'm not gonna make it to a bathroom. Those kind of things. That's what I live for. Almost what's another word for that? Now I have to think about my words. I'm trying to be a nice guy here on YouTube. Almost defecating. Is defecating the word? I hope that's the right word, or I just said some crazy stuff. But almost you know, taking a dump all over myself. I love that feeling. That's the kind of things I live for. So I get real excited when I'm like, oh, my stomach, I'm not going to make it. And I get in a spot like that with the truck and be like, oh, damn. And it was exciting for me. I enjoyed it. I never really shied away from stuff when I was a new guy either. It would scare me. It would scare the hell out of me. But I just went for it, and I tried it, and I saw what happened, and hopefully I learned from it, and I would just keep going. But I really, really feel like brand new out here again. And then like we were talking about with the food situation, just eating food, you do your best, you know, to I'm not like a health nut or anything like that. I'm certainly not a vegan or anything like that at all. I love a fat ass steak, love them. You know, burgers, oh my god, a good burger drives me crazy. Love me some beer. Oh, I love beer. So I'm not any kind of like health nut or anything like that, but I can't just sit here and eat grease all day, every day, in and out. So, you know, you kind of mix it up. You try to, they have some healthier options in the truck stops, but just adjusting to that from like cooking my meals every day and eating like real food to coming out here eating this processed junk really has done a number on my intestines. I tell you what. It says that part, I said I lived for it earlier, but I was lying. I have had some close calls, I tell you what. So mainly the diet, the switching of the diet has been just absolutely brutal. It has done a number on me, and we're kind of trying to get through it and adjust to it. But you know how I was saying I was a chubby boy earlier, you know, if I'm draining everything out of my body every other hour, I'm gonna lose weight real quick. Not the way I would have preferred to do it, but that's kind of the way it's going. Am I talking too much about this? Does anybody else want to know about my bowel movements? Anyone interested? Hasn't been fun. Has not been a good time. But we'll adjust as I start to accumulate some more money out here. Boy, it's brutal. It is a rough time right now, but that's okay, because like I said in the last video, I like the challenge. But as I start to accumulate more money, I'll probably buy one of those drawer cabinet shelf things that go in here. I'll have to measure it out, make sure, because the ones that fit in the Freightliner, you can just buy at Walmart, but I want to measure it and make sure that's going to fit here too. And I'll start like buying some sort of food. I got a refrigerator and freezer, both work very well. And maybe try to, you know, clean it up even a little bit more. But that has been the worst part of all of this. Not the part where I felt like I didn't know how to drive, because I'm like, I'll learn that. I'll get used to that again. But the diet change has been absolutely a very brutal thing for me. Other things that I was kind of struggling with, backing was like, how many years has it been since I've even worried about backing, since I even thought about it? Now, I don't get like myself worked up about it anymore. Like when I'm not, you know, when my setup's wrong and I'm like missing my spot and all that, I do laugh at myself. I'm like, come on, dummy, you've done this before. I've laughed at myself with other truckers out there already, as I'm like, what am I doing? Like, is this my first day? What am I doing? I was at a Dow Chemical company right by Houston, and that was brutal. I mean, every trucker there was struggling to get backed into the spots. They had trailers parked out in front of the dock doors we were supposed to be backing into, and there just wasn't enough room. And the whole day was just everybody struggling to get into those spots. Very unorganized, very chaotic. A lot of trucks going in and out of there at all times. Oh, and their local drivers, that was not cool. Their local drivers that work there, also a bunch of day cab drivers, were like, you'd be backing and they would just fly by you. Like you're like backing, you're looking out this side because this is the side you can see. Well, you get the point, right? And you'd be backing. Now, it's very rare that you're looking out the right mirror while you've got your trailer all cockeyed, because you can't see anything anyways, anything useful at all. I mean, you're looking out of it to watch where the truck's at, but not to see where the trailer's at, because that's not going to do you any good, right? But these drivers would just blow by guys that were trying to back into the spot, that were swinging the front of their truck that way. And I'm like, somebody needs to get out here and tell these guys, like, what is your deal? Like, you're in a day cab, you've got windows all around you, shorter truck, you're probably much better at this, and what is your point right now? Like, you're blowing by us because we're too slow getting into a spot. It takes us more time, man. We don't hit these really tight docks on a daily basis at all. But I watched local drivers doing that to other over-the-road drivers all day, and maybe I should have got video of that because it was pretty absurd. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm still trying to fill out how I'm going to do these videos, right? But they were doing that to every guy that was trying to back in. They would just blow by them on their passenger side while they're trying to swing out that way with the front of their truck. I'm like, geez, how do these guys not get in more accidents out here? And it was really... the whole thing was very absurd. But there have been some very easy backs that I just completely whiffed on plenty of times. I'm like, what am I doing? But like I said, I like it. I enjoy the challenge of feeling like I'm learning all over again. I don't like, even though I said I did earlier, I was just joking. I don't like the emergency runs to the bathroom. One day I'm not going to make it. One day I'm not going to make it, and that's not going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be very messy, and I don't like messes. Not messes like that, not at all. So that's not fun. But the whole learning everything all over again part is pretty enjoyable, if I'm being honest with you. I like it, and I'm just readjusting my whole thought process on how this works, because like I said in the last video, when I bought my first truck, that was a good market. You could not fail unless you just straight up didn't try. You could work 3 days a week and make $5,000. You know, $5,000's not a whole lot right now because fuel's so high, but I'm loving what I'm seeing with fuel prices. Let's keep it trending down, and we're all going to live out here real comfortably again. If we could just get those damn fuel prices down. The rates could be better, right? I'm not going to try to educate people on trucking because I'm the wrong guy. I'll say that every time this kind of thing comes up, but the rates definitely could be better. But if these damn fuel prices would get back to a reasonable level, the quality of life for every owner, operator, and lease operator out here improves substantially. So I just wish they could get that under control, because we would all be living a lot better just from that one thing, you know. And then the rates hopefully will start to follow here within the next month or two, I'm hoping. That's what I've always heard. I learned it from the great James Best. January and February always suck. We should start seeing some pickup around March, right, James? April, once we move into produce season, we should start seeing the reefers have more work to do, which gives us more to cover because they're not covering the dry loads as much. That's my understanding. But overall, I'm having a good time, baby. I'm having a really good time with all this. It's just learning all over again, readjusting my mindset, and turning this truck off every time we get the chance. Running this truck at 65, no exceptions, 65. That's it. And just trying to master this and really understand the numbers that go into making this kind of thing work. So hey, you know, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this edited up for you guys and get it uploaded, and we'll see you for the next one, hopefully tomorrow. We'll see what's going on.